Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So I'd like to reflect again on that fiasco that was the Afghanistan withdrawal. I know you've likely heard that expression, well, you have the watches, but we have the time. Absolute nonsense. American forces been in Germany since the Second World War, 1945. Been in Japan, same length of time. They've been in Korea since the end of the Korean War. There's absolutely no reason why American forces couldn't have stayed in Afghanistan. Keep Bagram, Taliban masses to attack and take over government. You killed them all easily, painlessly, from the air. We abandoned it. And now, yes, terrorist training camps again in Afghanistan. Al-Qaeda again in Afghanistan. The UN, a UN report, and you know how stupid those people are. Al-Qaeda is likely using Afghanistan as a permissive environment to train, recruit, and fundraise. Likely, it is almost certain. Joe Biden left thousands of Americans behind against. He had, at the withdrawal date, 600 soldiers in the entire country. Of course, there was going to be chaos. And here's something else. I just found out about this literally about an hour ago. There's a new book written on this disaster, Kabul, the untold story of Biden's fiasco and the American withdrawal, and the warriors who fought to the end. So Kabul, the untold story of Biden's fiasco, yada, yada, yada. It's available on Amazon. I'll definitely be checking that book out. But one thing I was shocked to find out. I talked about this earlier. You know, when they abandoned Bagram Air Force Base, there were prisoners in there, terrorist prisoners. Quick trial, shoot them, right? Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention does not apply to terrorists. They have no right to be treated as prisoners of war. They're not. They're terrorists. Shoot them. Trial? Shoot them. One of the people that was being held in that prison, when it got overran by the Taliban, he was an ISIS terrorist. He was the suicide bomber that killed 13 American servicemen in Afghanistan and injuring scores and killing scores of Afghan civilians. Had that Air Force base been kept, that villainous soul would have not been there. Maybe they would have got somebody else, but you don't withdraw from Kabul. If you have to withdraw and you don't, you would do it from Bagram. Easily defended. I was there numerous times. It's in the middle of nowhere, easily defended. Kabul airport, right in the middle of the city, indefensible. And it was the Taliban that was providing external security. What could ever go wrong with that? Absolute disaster. Biden was warned, repeatedly warned. And in the book, they talk about, even under the Obama administration, one of his senior strategic intelligence advisors mentioned that Biden has been on the wrong side of every foreign policy issue in his life. And he spoke as though he was the smartest guy in the room. And nobody has ever mistaken Joe Biden for an intelligent man. Yeah, plagiarist, yes. International peddling operation, yes. But the smartest man in the world, geopolitics, absolutely not. So he overrode his military advisors, wanted to do this thing as quickly as possible, right? To score some symbolic victory. Everybody out before September 11th. Who do you think is celebrating this as a victory? The Taliban or the American public? This was an embarrassment and absolutely needless. Time and time again, the Beirut bombings in Lebanon, the withdrawal from Somalia. These terrorist thugs and Muslim terrorist organization, they look at these events as a sign that America does not have the grit to tough it out. I know Trump wanted the withdrawal. I disagree with him profoundly, but this sort of fiasco would never have happened under Donald Trump. And again, I disagree with him. I think the withdrawal was unnecessary. What was necessary is to explain to the American public why they're spending money and very few soldiers. I think a single soldier hadn't been killed in the 6 months leading up to that disaster at the Kabul airport. Not a single soldier. And so Joe Biden, disastrous for the United States. What the leader, the commander-in-chief and the president of the United States needed to explain why. And here again, the terrorist training camps, Al-Qaeda, recruiting, training, and fundraising, and obviously planning operations. Disaster. Anyways, hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Please do drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. Not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.